Good evening, dear listeners. Tonight, I have a story that begins with an ordinary house and an extraordinary secret. Mark had returned to his grandmother's old home, a lonely cottage hidden deep in the woods. The moment he stepped inside, he felt the hush of years pressing in on him. Dust motes danced in thin shafts of light, and the air smelled of faded memories. He climbed to the attic, a place he always avoided as a child. As he pushed open the heavy door, the floorboards groaned in protest. Among broken toys, yellow leathers, and boxes of moth-eaten clothes, something caught his eye, a small door, no taller than 3 feet, carved from oak so dark, it seemed to swallow the glow of his flashlight. The door was flawless, with a simple brass knob that gleamed as if it had been polished yesterday. Mark's heart thudded as he reached out. The instant his fingers brushed the metal, he felt a cold rush like icy fingers sliding along his spine. He hesitated, then turned the knob. The door swung inward silently, revealing not a wall behind it, but a narrow hallway. The walls were painted a deep, bruised purple, and the floor was lined with threadbare carpet. At the end of the hall glowed a single bulb, casting long, trembling shadows, driven by equal parts terror and curiosity. Mark stepped inside. Behind him, the attic door closed on its own, and the faint clatter echoed down the empty house. He walked forward, each step quickening his pulse. The air tasted of metal and something else he could not name, a longing he felt in his bones. Halfway down the corridor, he noticed something carved above a smaller archway, a name etched in faded gold letters. His name, Mark. His throat went dry. He pressed on, beyond the arch. He entered a room lit by dozens of candles. Each flame hovered above a low table, covered in photographs, images of his childhood, his parents, and his sister, Lily, who had disappeared 15 years ago. His breath caught. No one ever found her. As he leaned closer, the candles flickered. The photos trembled, and then the face of Lily rose from the table, her eyes dark as hollow whales. She reached toward him, lips parting in a silent plea. "Mark," she whispered, though no sound filled the room. He stumbled backward, heart pounding. The candlelight bent inward, forming a figure behind him. A gaunt woman with endless eyes, and a grin like a crack in the wall. She whispered, "Stay with us." Mark spun, but the hallway behind him had vanished. The walls pulsed, alive with soft laughter. He raced toward the attic door, but the corridor stretched on forever, each turn bringing him face to face with memories he had tried to forget. Then, with a sudden jerk, he tumbled forward and found himself back in the attic. The little door was closed, its brass knob dark and silent. She pressed his ear against it. No sound. Mark's heart pounded, and he knew some doors are meant to stay shut. He fled the attic and left the cottage that met, never to return. Weeks later, in a quiet town 200 miles away, a young woman unpacked the box in her own attic. As she dusted off old trunks, her eyes fell on something odd. A small oak door, no taller than 3 feet. The brass knob gleamed as if it knew exactly who was coming. And so the door waits, a patient and silent, on the threshold between walls. The question is not whether you will find it, but when. Sweet dreams.